Oh, this will be fine.
I feel like I just need to have Susan sew new material and it is bigger.
She would make them so cute.
She would make them cute.
She'd make
She
them
would.
very, very cute.
I've seen the things that she does for her grandchildren. She should start a Halloween costume making shop. She would do awesome. Okay, so get into groups of 3. Yeah. I know it's. And would you fix this one? Into that one too. Okay, so let's have you over here. Let's have you 2 come over to this table here.
Awesome.
Let's have 3. Let's have you 3 over on this table, and I'm making groups for you. And Spencer, you get to be in my group over here. And you 3, let's have you on this table over here. Are you in that group? Oh, yeah, that's you're in that group there. Okay, so Spencer, come over here. All right, so I want you to put one person, pull a chair up, and have a person who's you're working on the right shoulder, have them sit in the chair and put the arm up on the table. So go ahead and sit right shoulder. Right shoulder.
Sorry, Steve put us in groups.
I did. I made groups. You're in our group. Okay. So when you're working on a shoulder, and you've just finished heat and stim, and most of the time we have a, I like that. Excellent. Put a pillow underneath their elbow. Make sure that their shoulder is abducted, but abducted comfortably. That's going to be determined by how close they are to their injury and how well they're progressing. When you're working on any kind of massage, it's very important, and we've talked about this before, that both of your hands are in contact with the patient the whole time, okay? Except for, of course, when you're grabbing a little more lotion to put on your hand. But both hands are in contact with the patient. It doesn't mean both hands are doing the massage at the same time, but they're both involved, all right? So like if I'm working on Spencer's shoulder and the therapist has told me that we're gonna do massage through the anterior deltoid, the bicep, the deltoid in the back of the shoulder. In this arrangement, my right hand is gonna be able to do most of the work on his right shoulder. My left hand is still here. It's on the upper trap or it's on the back of the scapula, because if I'm applying pressure with one hand, I want to counter pressure with the other, okay? And you don't want to be afraid to use the whole hand on the patient. If I'm massaging, and if you guys can see this, if I'm massaging the bicep like this and having a fun little conversation with him, I mean, I might as well be doing like some kind of water torture on the person, okay? Kind of get the whole hand, the whole finger, get the heel of the hand, and switch the part of your hand that's massaging frequently. Like every 5 to 10 seconds, kind of change your technique a little bit so that you're not kind of getting stuck into a little rut like, well, this is the only way I know how to massage your shoulder, and I'm going to do this for 5 minutes, and it might start a fire. But I got a merit badge in Boy Scouts for that, so I know how to do this. You want to kind of change that around a little bit so you're not getting, too drilled into one particular part of the shoulder. Okay, so I'm using my fingers here on the front of the shoulder. I'm using the heel of my hand. I'm coming down to the back of the arm with my left hand so that when I'm working on his bicep, I can massage that. And I'm trying to do, you'll see me doing, if you ever see me doing massage, you'll see me doing a lot of circular motion massage. Assuming that the effleurage portion is completed, the light, soft stroking, kind of getting the lotion around there and letting them know that you're not, that your fingers aren't made out of knives. Then they're comfortable, they're relaxed, and then you can go ahead and start getting into the. I know. Some fingernails look brutal. I've seen some. So, and then when you're working on the back of the shoulder, don't be afraid to kind of also change your position around too, because if you're stuck in one spot, like if I was to do this for 5 minutes on a few shoulders in the course of my work shift, my back might hurt. And I don't want you guys getting hurt working here. So, I mean, no, I really don't. I was trying to figure out if there was a way I did. No, I don't. And so you can work through the whole tissue, and you don't also have to, like if you find a knot that you're working on, don't drill on that the whole time. Kind of work on that for a few seconds, then go to something adjacent, and then come back to it, okay? Because if you're, all of the tissue that we have in the body, the vascular nature of the tissue, is that if you apply pressure on something, you'll kind of exsanguate or move a lot of that blood out of the tissue. Then you want to relieve that pressure so the blood can come back. You're trying to create a circulatory response, not eliminate it. So move your hand around and get to a lot of different areas in the shoulder while you're doing massage, and that's the most effective way to really get the person relaxed. And what we're doing right here isn't, you know, massage parlor massage. We're just basically getting that body part ready for the exercises that they're going to do. We want to just, you know, get them more prepared for that, okay? So that's the shoulder. Switch to a different partner, and we're going to do a neck. Have your partner, have that person lie down on the table on their stomach. Let's have you, I'll lie down, no, you, well, let's see, you can. Let's have you lie on your stomach.
Are we doing back next?
Are we going to get to back? We're going to get to back, and we're going to get to hamstring, and we're going to go to foot. So first thing you want to do is you want to make sure the person's head is comfortable, unless it's going to mess with the plastic. Okay, then you just do what the patient needs. We definitely need a pillow underneath the ankles. I have been working in Lehigh a lot over the last year and a half, and I got to tell you guys, I'm about ready. I've had it. I am going to be. By now, I would have drank about 200 Jamba Juices. They don't get it. The pillow under the ankles, and I've got in this last couple of weeks into 2 patient rooms where the patient has got like heavy heat packs all over the legs, no pillow under the ankles, and I've mentioned to the aide even before they set him up that it'd be more comfortable for the patient if they put a pillow under the ankles, but they don't because it's not part of their wheelhouse training. So I go in and while the aide's standing there, because I make sure I try to embarrass him a little bit, I'll say, hey, they didn't put this pillow under there. Let's do this, and then now does that feel any more relaxed, any better? And they'll say, oh yeah, it feels a lot better. And I'll say, so next time listen to your boss. And then I'll walk out, you know, and then I know it's harsh. It's been rough. They still like me, kind of. I haven't got my car keyed yet. So anyway, but I'm gonna start pulling the Jamba thing out on them. And they've heard me warn them, but anyway. On the neck, okay? Again, both hands in contact with the patient. I'm gonna have you do this one, Spence. Both hands on the patient. One hand is usually doing most of the work in any massage. Just know that. One hand is going to be doing most of the work because most of us are really, even though there may be the concept of multitasking, that's really not a thing. It may be rapid changes in tasks that seem like they're simultaneous, but there's really no technical, factual proof that you can do multiple tasks at the same time. When you're doing massage, focus on an area with one hand, let the other hand be there as a support. But to switch over to the other hand is totally fine. You're aware of the alignment of the muscle tissue, so what you want to do is you want to kind of work into like the upper trap, but if my hand is coming along the upper trap, my thumb can be coming from the lower trap at the same time and working along into that. And then coming from the other side, so my fingers are involved in that, my thumb is involved in that, the heel of my hand is involved in that. She knows that her shoulder is in contact with my hands in a lot of places here. The scapula, the upper trap, the middle trap, all the way up into the cervical spine. Now when you get up into the cervical spine, go ahead Austin, when you get back up into the cervical spine, the thing that you want to do there is, let's have you slide forward so your head's in the face hole. Oh, and this is a good time for this. The face hole is evil. You've seen people walk out of here with face hole-itis. It's a thing. It's inflammation of the face hole. Put a towel underneath the forehead just to kind of minimize the ability for them to show off the stitching pattern of our equipment in public, right? Because it's pretty amazing. What's a common name of baseball? What's a brand? Spalding? I don't even know what baseball is. Huh? Spalding? Spalding? Okay, so maybe we should have Spalding written, kind of imprinted in our tables, and so the Stitch and Spalding are together. So when you're going to the neck, some people have a lot more hair than others. That's, okay, anyway. My granddaughters they tell me I'm not bald, they just say I have little hair. When you're working on the neck, both hands are going to be coming like little clamps over here, and they're going to be doing small little circular motion. Now, I'm not embarrassed to tell you this, but I have had a few pedicures in my life, and the chair that they let you sit in has these crazy knobs that try to massage your back. In some places on my back, I think they're trying to kill me, but when they get to my neck, they actually feel really good. And they're these little, padded stem things that are going that direction. When you're working on the neck, work down to the sides of the neck and then pull back to the back of the neck. So you're pushing down and squeezing and pulling back. Push down and squeeze and pull back. You're just going to kind of work, and then your fingers are kind of going in a circular pattern. Go ahead and try that. And it doesn't matter which side you do it from.
Yeah.
You can do it from the right side, you can do it from the left side.
You're using just one hand or both hands?
You can do both hands, and you can do one hand too, depending on because some patients, it's just a little bit more comfortable for you as the practitioner, and maybe more comfortable for them as the patient, but that's just one of the techniques that can be helpful there. And then moving on to the low back, let's go ahead and rotate.
Oh,
You might actually be able
That
to
was great.
dance.
Thanks, guys.
The way you're walking around on that, we can take it.
If you want to try.
I think we should try.
Okay. Because I probably got it out though.
Yeah, you gotta
Because
leave.
if not, I
Because
gotta
at
at least
night,
let
right?
them know. Yeah, and then I gotta at least let them know if I can't compete that we're gonna not compete this morning. But I got one more this evening.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if I can do that.
Yeah, let's, hey, would you guys teach them back? And I'm gonna just take her ankle really quick. Up here, take this off. And then, I'll be back.